So today I'm going to talk about the make one instruction in knitting. There's a make one right and there's a make one left. I'm doing it on a knitting row, and with the make one right I'm doing it over this side of the knitting and it's shaping my work in a right hand direction. And with the make one left I'm doing it over here on the left hand side of my knitting, so it's shaping my work in this direction, just so that you can see clearly how it can be used to shape your work. So what I'm going to do is knit a stitch and then I'm going to make one right. So this is how you make one right. There's a loop just before the next stitch that comes up into the next stitch on the left hand needle. Come into that loop from behind. Collect it on your left hand needle. And I'm going to say, instead of behind, I'm going to say come in from the rear. Another word in English meaning behind. Rear begins with R, and so does right begin with R, and we're making one right. So come in from the rear to that loop and then twist that stitch that's now been that extra stitch that's now been collected on that left hand needle and knit it as you would in the normal way. I've now increased by one stitch, and that will lead in a right hand direction. I'm going to go over to the other side of the work knitting, and I'll increase by one stitch on the other side, leading in a left hand direction. I will make one left. So I've knitted across and I'll leave the last stitch on. Now I'm going to make one left. To make one left, once again you see the loop coming up to this left hand stitch just in front of it. If you just pull that there, you can pull that loop. Go in from the front this time and collect that loop on the left hand needle. I'll do it again. So there's the loop. Go in from the front, collect it on the needle, and once again you are twisting to knit it. You go in, you knit it through the back of it. Now I'm going to say when you collect it you almost make like an L, so increasing make one left is this newly collected stitch here looks a little bit like an L. So if you want to use my analogies you can, but it works for me, but it might not work for everyone. And then just knit it, twist it again like you did the last one, but knitting through the back of it. So that's how you make one left, sending your work in a left hand direction. So I hope that's been helpful for make one right and make one left on a knitting row. Bye for now.